Malcolm, what happened in the last 3 or 4 minutes, and can you take us through that play that you threw the ball, try to, to Maxey? It seemed like it'd be a key play.
Yeah, the last 3 or 4 minutes we couldn't get stops. We were scoring, we were staying ahead by maybe 2 or 3 points, but weren't able to get stops. And for a team like that doesn't have Embiid, they want to keep the game close. They're not even looking to really get ahead or beat us by 20. They're trying to keep it close so a guy like James Harden can close it out, which he did. And then on the pass, mistake, turnover, happens.
What is it about the zone defense that kind of throws you guys off?
I think it just slows us down. We talked about it. We knew they were going to go into it a bit just because we're a team that can score with so many different guys. But I thought it slowed us down and made us hesitant. And we weren't able to get the shots we wanted, for the majority of the time they played zone.
Are you comfortable with how you guys came out, the energy and all of that? Was there any sort of letdown because Embiid wasn't playing?
That's something we really talked about. And honestly, we didn't get stops all night long. I mean, that's really the answer. We didn't get the stops we needed. Would play good initial defense and then have some type of breakdown for a layup or an open three. And then I don't think we came out in the second half the right way. Came out, played a little bit sloppy, a few turnovers. They had a few easy baskets in the third quarter to get them going. So we got to start and finish quarters better.
Malcolm, you guys struggled defensively at points during that Hawks series too. To where it's the biggest points of emphasis for you guys moving forward on that end of the floor to kind of tighten things up in that area? Do you feel like?
I think it's just I think a lot of it is personnel driven tendencies. Knowing the scouting report, which we go over heavily in preparation for these games, but we got to be better with that as we go forward.
Speaking of personnel, how do you prepare for that James Harden, a guy that, we haven't seen all season, probably haven't seen for a few years?
You'd be physical with him. I thought we had times where we played good defense on him. He's still a great player. He's going to make tough shots, but he can't, have the game he had. Melton have the game he had. Tobias Harris and Maxey. You got to cut off the water somewhere. And if James Harden is going to have his 45, then that'll be that. But the role guys can't have really good games as well.
I know you talked about the turnover to Maxey, but did you guys think that the shot clock or anything went off? Everybody just kind of stopped on the court.
I think guys thought that because the shot clock went off, they would stop the play. So.
Oh, yeah. That was my question. But back to what you were saying about the defense, do you get the sense that because you're so oriented with switching and that, did you ever get the sense that Philadelphia sort of just was second-guessing in terms of like they knew what was coming? Or do you feel like it was just sort of, like you say, a personnel thing where guys just weren't where they're supposed to be as opposed to just following the system?
Well, look, I think it's definitely what I said, personnel, but I also think they got James Harden. James Harden's a guy that's seen every coverage in the NBA. At one point he was a top 2 player in the league, for those years in Houston. So he's seen every coverage. He's had teams guard him in every different way. So switching is nothing new, and I thought he honestly did a good job at the end, playing poise, controlling the pace, controlling the game, making the right reads, and they relied on him, and he came through.
Malcolm, what's your concern level after losing the first game at home without their MVP? Concerned? No, I'm not concerned, but I do have, a level of, awareness, and we got to be ready. We got to come out ready. We got to come out and send a message next game. I really think that's the key. At this point, they know what we're going to do. We'll make minor adjustments. They'll make some minor adjustments, but it really comes down to playing hard and finishing the game and finishing quarters the right way.
Malcolm, you can argue that the first half, when you guys were up 12, that it was Melton hitting those threes that really kept it close and gave them the opportunity to do what they did in the second half. How do you execute a game plan where doubling Harden seems to be the plan while still getting back and cutting off the guys you just mentioned, all the guys you just mentioned, cutting off that water?
Well, you don't double. You got to pick your poison. This is a high-level team we're playing. They got a lot of good players just like we do. And you see they didn't double Tatum all night because the other guys on our team are making shots. And you got to pick your poison. With them, they wanted Tatum to score. They let him play one-on-one most of the night. For us, I thought we doubled Harden a little bit too much, and it cost us. It puts us in long closeouts. It puts us in scramble mode. And they got a lot of shooters on the floor. They surround him with shooters because he's a great passer.
Up on the doubling, was that a coaching thing, or was that like reads that you guys are making on the floor?
It's all the above. Some of them are reads, some of them Joe's calling. I think everybody. I think we're all at fault because that's something that the players do as well. It's no fingers at all.
Malcolm, over here. You guys had like a pretty clear understanding of what to expect from them tonight, the way they're going to change the way they play. How difficult is it, I guess, at this stage of the playoffs where it's like you still know what to expect and you still can't beat it just because of the quality and the intensity?
Well, yeah, I think in a lot of ways when Embiid doesn't play, everybody else is empowered. Everybody else has the green light. And guys are going to step up, and I thought that's what happened tonight. And I think we expected that, guys to step up, but we still struggle with it. We just got to be prepared. Whether or not Embiid comes back, we're going to understand that these guys are going to make shots. These guys are going to play with the green light. I think Doc has empowered all those guys, all the role players to step up, to shoot the ball when they're open, to be aggressive, and make plays. So we gotta understand that.